Welcome back to Le Podcast de Philippe, and today we are diving into a pretty interesting development in the world of AI.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting stuff.
For the next few minutes, we're going to be talking about Mistral AI and this new language model that they've just announced, Mistral Small 3.1, I think it is.
That's right.
And we'll look at what makes it so special, how it stacks up against other models, and how you can actually get your hands on it and maybe even use it.
Absolutely.
Plus, a quick reminder, if you enjoy these deep dives, it would be amazing if you could help us hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube today.
Yeah, that would be fantastic.
So where do we even begin with this Mistral AI thing? What is this all about?
Well, Mistral AI, they're a bit of a newer player in the AI space, but they've been making waves. And on Monday, March 17th, 2025, they dropped this announcement about their latest creation, Mistral Small 3.1. And what's really got people talking is that this model, it's designed to run locally on your computer, which is pretty cool.
So like right on my laptop, potentially.
Yeah. Exactly. And Mistral, they're saying that it's actually more powerful than other models that are designed to run locally.
Okay, so that's a pretty bold claim right there.
Yeah.
So what are the big differences between this small 3.1 and the earlier version?
Well, they've really upped the ante in a few key areas. They've improved the text processing capabilities significantly, and they've even moved towards what they call multimodal understanding. So it's not just about text anymore.
So it can handle like images and other types of data?
Exactly. And on top of that, they've given it a much larger context window, a whopping 128,000 tokens.
Okay, so I'm guessing that means it can process a lot more information at once.
Absolutely. It's like giving the model a bigger memory so it can handle much longer documents or conversations without losing track.
I see. And Mistral, they're not shying away from comparisons with the big names out there, are they?
No, they're not. They're claiming that Small 3.1 actually outperforms models like GPT-4o, Mini Gemma 3it, and even Claude 3.5 Haiku.
And those are some pretty heavyweight contenders, right?
Oh, absolutely. And not only that, they're saying it does all of this with faster inference speeds.
So quicker responses, essentially.
Yeah, precisely.
Now, Mistral has done some of their own testing, and it seems like there's one particular area where this model really shines.
That's right. They put it through its paces on these complex reasoning tasks, and Small 3.1 came out on top with over 44% accuracy.
And how does that compare to the others?
Well, GPT-4o Mini hit about 40%, and Claude 3.5 was at 37%. So it looks like Small 3.1 has a real edge when it comes to tackling those trickier questions.
That's impressive. So it's not just about answering complex questions, though, is it? What else can it do?
Well, like we touched on earlier, it's been designed with this multimodal approach, so it can handle requests that involve different types of data, not just text. It's also designed to be adaptable to different languages.
So multilingual capabilities.
Precisely. Yeah. And of course, it can leverage that huge context window we talked about. All of this makes it incredibly versatile and a real contender in the AI space.
Now, for those of us who might be interested in running this locally on our own machines, what kind of hardware are we talking about?
Mistral recommends a PC with an RTX 4090 graphics card, or if you're on a Mac, at least 32 gigs of RAM.
Okay, so we're not talking about running this on just any old computer.
Right. It does require some horsepower, but that's understandable given its capabilities.
And the fact that it's relatively small, I guess that has implications beyond just local use.
You got it. Because it's so compact, it's a great candidate for things like mobile devices and virtual assistants where speed and accuracy are super important.
Makes sense. So how can people actually get their hands on Mistral Small 3.1?
Well, they've got a few options. It's open source under the Apache 2.0 license, which means you can download it directly from Hugging Face. If you prefer, they also offer access through their API called La Platform.
So there's flexibility there.
Yeah, for sure. And if you're in the cloud, it's already available on Google Cloud Vertex AI, and they say it's coming soon to Nvidia NIM, so they're making it pretty accessible.
So just to recap, it sounds like Mistral Small 3.1 is being touted as a very powerful and efficient language model. It's got enhanced text understanding capabilities. It's dipping its toes into the multimodal world, and it's got this massive context window. All of this while being accessible through a variety of different platforms.
Yeah, that's a pretty good summary.
Now, for our listeners out there, think about this for a minute. With these smaller yet super powerful AI models like Mistral Small 3.1 becoming more readily available, how might that change the way you work or even just the apps you use on a daily basis? It's definitely worth exploring what you could achieve with this kind of power right at your fingertips. Thanks for joining us for another deep dive on Le Podcast de Philippe.
It's been a pleasure.
We'll catch you in the next one.
See you then.